U.S. border cities are preparing for a surge in migrants as the COVID-era border policy known as Title 42 ends. And many have been trying to prepare in anticipation of an increase. But some are already near capacity and overwhelmed with very limited resources to deal with any sort of additional migrant numbers. My next guest is dealing with that very issue. Joining me now, Nicole Reulet. She is the marketing director at the Rescue Mission of El Paso. Appreciate you being here. As I read through my notes here, you have said there's a lack of communication from the top down. Describe to me what you and others at the mission are seeing and experiencing.
So there's a big lack of consistency with Title 42. The Title 42 has 4 countries that are involved with it: Venezuela, Nicaragua, Cuba, and oh man, I forgot the other one. But we've seen people from all of those countries come through. We have a ton of Venezuelans with us, and there's just not very good communication. I know today is a stressful day for everybody involved, but there's just a lack of consistency with leadership, and the communication has gotten better, but there's definitely room for improvement as far as Border Patrol and shelters and city management and all that.
I want to point out that there was a flyer that was circulating. We had it in some of our live reports earlier this week, telling migrants essentially to turn yourself in. Talk about that, and how was that received? Was there any confusion about what that actually meant to those who were on the receiving end of it?
Yes. So the flyer was distributed on Tuesday, and from the reports that I've heard, they were distributed by CBP officers dressed in regular civilian clothing at 5 a.m. while most of the migrants were sleeping. So they woke up to these flyers. The flyer just says, if you haven't been processed by CBP, turn yourself in to be processed and you'll be returned to your proper immigration route. And it provides the address for which they can turn themselves in. However, my understanding is that that flyer was meant for people who are under the Title 42, so from those 4 countries. Anyone else who went in to turn themselves in from any other country would be deported because they're turning themselves in. And that's not listed on the flyer, and the flyer has no insignia to show which office it came from. So a lot of migrants had questions if it was legit, if it was a scam, if it was a trap. So again, just inconsistencies and a lack of transparency.
Yeah. Talk about the mission right now. How many migrants are you currently serving?
Right now we have about 176 migrants. We do have a capacity for 260, which we expect will reach probably before the end of the week. But we're mainly focusing our migrant efforts on families with small children. So we have a lot of mothers, a lot of little kids with us, and we also have single male and females as well.
What's the greatest need in terms of resources and supplies right now for those you're helping?
I would say food is a big need, especially meat products. Other needs include toiletries, bath towels, disinfectant, laundry detergent. All of those are great things, but I recommend calling your local shelter to see what specific needs they have.
What do these families tell you, not only about the journey, but the transfer process right now as they are in limbo, what they are expecting for their future?
There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of fear because there's a lot of misinformation, and part of that misinformation is the inconsistency between policies. We had Biden visit earlier this year, and after his visit, numbers significantly decreased for migrants coming through. So I don't know if they started enforcing those policies, but over the last few months, we've seen those numbers start to increase again. So there's just a lot of irregular immigration happening, and a lot of misinformation, like I said, because of the day-to-day changes.
Right. And as I understand it, you're not only serving migrants, your mission has in the past helped the homeless community in El Paso, others who are seeking help for substance abuse. How has it impacted those efforts to have more people crossing the border needing assistance?
So it's definitely impacted us. We are currently renting a separate facility to be able to house the migrants. Before that, we had just our regular shelter that we use for our local homeless population, and we reached well over capacity. We were using conference rooms, kitchen spaces, our chapel, our library. Everything was filled with cots. We had people sleeping on the floor. So since we've been able to rent this new facility to be able to more effectively serve the migrants, that's helped us a lot, but it does still impact our resources for our local community as well.
Nicole, what's the average time a migrant or a migrant family stays at the mission?
I'd say anywhere between 3 days to 2 weeks. Usually, if they have a sponsor, they'll make arrangements within a few days and be on their way. But like I said, we have a lot of mothers with children, a lot of single mothers with children, and for them, it's a little bit harder to make those arrangements to get the money for all their kids as well. So it's a very subjective thing on how long they stay, but I'd say anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.